Hello everybody and welcome back to Cities Skylines, where we have mostly finished up this upgrade to our first hub's roadworks over here. There's a small issue here, that's for sure. I need to figure out where exactly the bottleneck is. It appears to be traveling this direction and then doing something here. Where are you going? You're going up that way. Okay. So the question exactly is, what is the goal here? They're trying to make a left-hand turn here. That's the goal. And the reason then that this would be problematic for them is, I'm assuming because the traffic comes up here, takes a left turn, comes over here, takes a right turn, and is trying to move this direction. I'm assuming that's what's happening here. So, we need to figure out a way to streamline this left-hand turn. Now, this is one way, of course, so this is always going to be left-hand. Now, one thing that someone mentioned in a comment that I don't have in front of me right now, so I can't mention you by name, I apologize, is that we should think about having all of our circles going the same direction. And I kind of do agree with that. Let's go ahead and flip these all around and see just what that ends up doing here. So that way we can prevent left-hand turns, because that is definitely the cause of our issues right now. So let's just get these flipped right on around. And I'll have to... That shouldn't really affect our on-off ramp situation, should it? In theory, anyway. We may want to address some of it, but no, it really shouldn't change anything in that regard. That was not what I intended to do. This still needs to be an on-ramp. Thank you very much. And we wanted to flip this so that essentially they're all going counterclockwise, so that every turn here, unless you're going this way, I suppose, is going to be a left-hand turn. Now, or rather, it's going to be a right-hand turn if you're trying to go into the circle. Apparently we can't upgrade these. Do we have a pillar issue here? I believe we may. Okay. So let's go ahead and take this section of bridge out of here. And we'll need to connect that in, of course. And then flip this on around to be counterclockwise. And then attempt to reconnect our highway. We may have to redo these on-off ramps. We'll see. Well, yeah, that's an invalid shape. I would hope that that's an invalid shape. Okay, we're just going to drop this there like that, and then there like that. That'll do. Perfect. So this one is now counterclockwise as well. And let's go ahead and flip this one around. Of course, each one of these that we do does take a little longer, but that's completely okay, because we only have to do half of them. So that is completely fine. Nope, there we go. Excellent. So let's just get that done. And I don't know if that's going to be changing our signing. It might be. But in theory, that shouldn't be that big of a deal, right? In theory, anyway. So what that's going to do... Hang on a moment. These are all going clockwise. I'm a moron. I wanted them to go counterclockwise. Oh, how am I this dumb? How am I this dumb? Oh, well. Well, we'll just continue this. Or rather, redo it. It'd be very nice if we could just batch select them and turn them around. But alas, that is not a possibility. Okay. So let's just get these turned on around. But what I was going to say is what this is obviously going to do is it's going to drive more traffic to this road as well as these roads, because they're only going to be able to go one direction on the circles. So if they need to go the other way, well, they're going to have to take a particular route. Okay, this is space already occupied over here, so in order to flip this around, we will have to do this. Flip it around. Like so. And then rebuild in the highway. About like that. Okay, fantastic. Now, hopefully, I won't forget that this is going the right direction. This is not how words work. Hopefully, I will not have all of these go the wrong direction again. But I appear to have them going the correct direction right now. And that's great. Okay, so we'll flip all of these around as well. Excellent. And the real question is, what exactly is this going to do to our traffic levels? It's going to shift more traffic onto our highways. That is what we expect, right? And that's kind of what we want. We want there to be more traffic on the highways. Ooh, this is all space already occupied over here? Oof. Okay. So we're going to have to take these sections of highway out. And flip this like so, using the upgrade tool. There we go. Like that, and then reconnect in the highway. Like so. Excellent. Okay, back to the upgrade tool, and we will just flip this road section right on around. This appears to be going the wrong way, because I'm dumb. Well, we already knew that. Luckily, we don't have to take the highway out again. Okay. So we're going to do this, and that does create a complete lack of issues here, actually. Sounds good to me. I'm sorry, was that saying slope too steep to turn that around? Exciting. So yeah, we're going to have to take this section out here to turn this road around. And we'll just do like that. Excellent. And then we'll put the highway back in, of course. Slope too steep. Okay, so this ramp will have to come off. And we'll just construct it over here, like so. And the ramp will go right back on. There we go. Excellent. So let's continue turning this around. And hopefully I will continue to not be dumb, but I mean, this is a pretty unlikely proposition. So we're going to do something along the lines of that. Can we make it through here? Yes, we can. Fantastic. And that space already occupied. Rude. Okay, I'm definitely going to pause the game while we deal with this section of highway. There's no doubt about that one. We'll turn that around, and we will bring in the highway like so. Excellent. Okay, and then we will, of course, continue to flip around this road over this way. There we go. So, I'm noticing that we have an issue over here, mostly of people trying to get into this inner circle. Okay. So, one thing I'd like to do is make this lane be essentially a turn-only lane. So, if you're going straight, I want you to be in the far lane inside here. So, let's go ahead and work with this tool here. And I want lane 2 to be only turn in all of these. In this one, there is no turn. So that's okay. Over here, this should be only turn. Over here, this should be only turn. Over here, there is no turn here. Over here, this should be only turn. Over here, this should be only turn. This section, there is no turn to make. Over here should be only turn. And over here should be only turn. Okay. So that should help, I think. Essentially, that means that people will only be getting into this lane here if they're going this way. which should open a lane for people to move in over here. To some degree, anyway. Yeah, to some degree. I also wouldn't necessarily mind upgrading this in here to more lanes. That may end up being necessary. Although realistically, maybe this is fine. And then this over here, these people are merging up here. Are they coming down into the circle? Yeah, that would be something that a lot of them would be doing, to be sure. We may want to add a second lane to each of these that merge into that circle. So essentially upgrading these like so. That'll allow more throughput. I still think that the circle inside of here is going to end up being a choke point. But I think that this will help dramatically. And indeed it is. That is helping dramatically. Fantastic. Now, I do see that we have a potential dead people problem. Unfortunately, we don't have any crematoriums right now. And I'm not seeing any hearses. Hearses in use. 1. Oh, hang on. We have a connection issue over here. Well, that would definitely be a problem, wouldn't it? Yeah. Yeah, this would be a problem, all right. Wow, I'm dumb. Wow, am I ever dumb. Oh, and I never rebuilt this road after the earthquake either. Let's just go ahead and put that back in there. Fantastic. How did I just skip over this? I have no idea. I'm going to make sure that we zone all of this over here as dense residential. There we go. And we are, of course, going to make sure that these roads are actually connected. That might help. So these should all be going counterclockwise. Like so. Okay. Then these should all be going counterclockwise. These should all be going counterclockwise. So let's just flip those around like that. Yeah, how did I just skip large portions of this? Oh boy, I don't even know. So we'll do that, and I'm just looking for these little indicators that we are going the wrong way in some locations. Just flip that right on around. That's clockwise. What am I doing? What am I doing? Wow. I can't believe how dumb I am. I'm just like unbelievably dumb this morning. Okay. Fantastic. There we go. Is that correct? I believe that that is correct. Wonderful. And this is looking much better at this point. Much, much better, in fact. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I know there's some dead bodies out there. Now that we have fixed the road structures, that should, in theory, be being taken care of. Let's see here. Where are our hearses currently? Yeah, hearses are currently 9 of 10 in use. So, we should be good. I hope. There is some demand for commercial, so let's just go ahead and make sure that anything over here not currently zoned dense commercial becomes zoned dense commercial, like so. There we go. should do the trick for now.
Say cheese, it's cheese week at Big Bite Burgers and Fries.
Wonderful.
This week, in addition to our regular menu, try our all-you-can-eat signature sides, like our
Fire up here, but looks like we're okay.
It's the bottomless chubbler.
Yep, that is already taken care of. Fantastic. So how's our traffic in the circle looking?
So hurry in and get
There's a slight backup here.
Why take a little bite when you can take a big bite?
I'm not entirely sure. Oh, you know what the issue is? The issue is actually that we needed to leave this the way it was.
Thank you for taking a break from listening to all the other sounds of the city.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the issue there.
Yelling and chirping to listen to the true
So we do that, but we also have the increased throughput on the on and off ramps from the area, and that should alleviate some of this. Anyway, some of this. I like how the metro station somehow managed to survive all of the work that we did here, and I didn't even notice it was there. That's pretty wonderful, actually. I like that a lot.
Every occasion has a noodle at yakisoba, so experience something different.
Okay, so how's that looking? That is, so far, much better.
Fried noodles.
At the Forest Foundation, we
Yeah.
care about 3 things.
That's quite a lot better, in fact.
Nature things, and the third thing.
I do want to check our signage.
The homes of native birds
Signage
are
is
being
good
built
here.
already.
What about signage up over this way?
Our goal is to give a birdhouse to every
Okay.
bird on Earth. Humans
It kind of exists.
It's time we
It kind of does not.
indoors with the rest of us.
Well, that's completely fine. Okay, so I'm pretty content with how this ended up working out. So, that of course means that we should go ahead and make all of these over here. Before we get all of this changed, we should make all of these switch around to also being counterclockwise.
Best music in the universe.
Like so. And then that means that this one would have to be switched as well. Hopefully I'm not going to be quite as dumb this time. I mean, I don't have highways to get distracted by, so there's that. Oh boy. That was pretty special, if I'm honest. Okay, so we'll do that right there. And then this is already counterclockwise, and then we'll bring this one on around. Excellent. And then that means that this could actually be changed over like that. That's great. That's pretty great. Now, that does of course mean that this road here actually has to be changed to be one way, like that. And that's okay. I actually expected that to become a 2-lane road, but you know what? It's okay. And then this will need to go that way. And this is then awkward. But it's 2-lane, so I think it's okay for now. Yeah, I think it'll do for now. And then this down over here, of course, will also need to be changed. Like so. And also, that means that this can be safely upgraded to be one-way, like this. I like it. That will definitely work. Okay, so the next question is, how do we handle highway termination here? That's going to be an interesting question to me. I don't know how I'm going to solve a highway termination here just yet. This is already forming a quasi-mini roundabout here. And I suppose we could make one of those. It's a possibility, to be sure. And then have the highways, like, descend through here and connect in here. Yeah, that could theoretically work. So the question is, how much space will we need for this? I suspect that this is already too little space. Unless we wanted to make it be like a square roundabout. So, like, the idea would be basically that. But I want it all to be rounded like this. So I like the rounding that put in. I don't know that we have enough space to really pull that off, though. We could just kind of fabricate one like this, though. And then the idea would be that we would definitely need to yield in these entrance locations. Let's see, this one would have to yield here and here. That would be an exit location only. That would be an exit location. That would be an exit location. So it would be like that. It's not pretty, but it should do the work, or do the trick, rather. Now, this is basically what we already had. And the idea here would, of course, be that these would get removed, and this is a recycling center that would have to be moved. And then we would elevate the highway up and have it be much like this. Okay, I'm noticing this. And this is because they're not using this lane. Interesting. I'm not sure why they're not using that lane, but they're not. Okay. Well, like I said, we may have to end up upgrading this to be like... I don't suppose we can just straight up fit highway in here. Actually, I think we could. Except for here. We would have to finally move that metro station. It might not be a bad idea to have this inner one be highway, because this is going to be very busy. So yeah, that one can't be upgraded, because that's the metro station. But we'd have it be basically like that. Yeah, I don't think that's a terrible idea. Actually, I think that's a kind of cool interchange. Not necessarily practical, but kind of cool. And the traffic is definitely moving much better now. This, of course, over here does need to be changed, which means that we need to relocate this building, and I would like to place it, like, over here. That does, of course, mean that we will need to address the metro tracks, which will need to connect in over here now. Like that. And we'll need to... I want to do this path. Apparently we can't find a path for that. That's interesting. We should definitely be able to find a path here. Okay, and then we would complete the line over here. Now, this line over here would end up having to be deleted. So that would be this line. And I'm actually going to delete this one as well and start over. Okay, so we'll create a line here and have it run up to here, and then it'll just run back over here. And we will expand this metro later on. But let's go ahead and do that, and then we are going to upgrade this over here as well. Fantastic. I actually really do like this interchange. I think it's pretty neat. And we could probably theoretically upgrade this to highway as well if we really wanted to make that be a 3-lane thing, but I don't think it's necessary. I think that 2 lanes per on-ramp and off-ramp should be plenty sufficient. I'm very happy with this, actually. I think it both looks good and performs reasonably well, at least when people are willing to use a different lane. Which only sometimes happens in this game. However, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. In next episode, we will begin working on our highway system over in our secondary hub. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I'll see you all next time, when we lament the fact that they all want to be in this lane. Sad.